Hey guys, Chickadee Maine, aka Deboo, with a quick video update. This video update effective around 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, August 18th, 2021, and starts you off with the first visible of Tropical Storm Henri, located out near Bermuda. And you can see the system. We've been tracking this system for 5 days now. When it dropped south of New England several days ago, it dropped down towards Bermuda. National Hurricane Center gave it a 30% chance of development, and now here we are. And so I don't know if you can see this. We have a self-described condition called pareidolia, and that's where you can look at images or things and make other objects or faces out of it. But this looks like a skull to us. And when you start seeing skulls during hurricane season, it's never a good sign. Just letting you know. And what I mean by that is, here's where the eye is. This is the eyebrow. There's the nose. There's the mouth. Here's the back of the skull. Not sure if you can see that, or you might think I'm crazy, but it is what it is. Gonna switch you over to the latest out of the National Hurricane Centers. This is the 5 a.m. advisory showing Tropical Storm Henri moving off towards the west-southwest, and then a curve southeast of the Outer Banks, and developing into a Category 1 hurricane. Now, the cone of uncertainty, which is this area in here, the white shaded area is the 3-day track cone of uncertainty. And when we talk about the cone of uncertainty, when you look at these marks here, okay, and this is why it's important not to pay attention to the exact track of the system. The white cone here indicates that the main center of spin could end up anywhere within this white cone within the next 72 hours. During the next 5 days, after that 72-hour period, the margin of error increases. And that means that the main area of spin can be anywhere along this white line and down into here. Now, mind you, these things change as atmospheric conditions and weather changes, and those changes are fed back into the models, and the GFS is showing a more westward trend, and hence in this update, the cone of uncertainty, the outside edge now is right in here on Nantucket. And the GFS actually pulls it over to the west side of the cone and goes straight up into New York and over New England. It's something that we're watching. It's always one model run, and it's only one model, but there is that possibility. The problem with that is that if the system gets in here off the mid-Atlantic and starts to associate with the Gulf Stream, right now it's forecast as a hurricane, but a major hurricane can't be ruled out. If it finds the right environment in here and gets over that Gulf Stream and gets a chance to explode, it probably will. All right, gonna show you the GFS in the windy forecast app, okay? Let me switch over to it. And this is for tomorrow, Thursday. And from this point of the video, we're gonna focus on surf, because that's primarily what we are, is a surf and marine forecaster. All right, now the GFS overnight has increased the odds of swell making it to the Florida coast. All right, you can see that there's east flow right in here over the top of this, and this turns into northerly flow, but the majority of the flow is going to be heavily weighted on the right side of the system. So there's going to be more southerly and east-southeast flow with this system than there would be northeast. But as we advance the model for you, this is going into Friday, and you can see it makes that jog towards the coast. Now again, the angle of the fetch, you've got limited northeast winds right here, but that should get a little pulse going down this way. But as you can see, the fetch is aimed at the South Carolina coast and the Outer Banks, and this is why we were saying possible surf alert for points of the Outer Banks north towards New England. Move you into Saturday, And again, this is the GFS. I'm giving you the best hope of surf potential. All right, so offshore winds for Florida. So here's where your possible surf alert comes in. Light winds, whatever swell's coming from Henri, arriving at the beach. So Saturday looks like a good day. Sunday could be a good day. We're going to go into a buoy watch to verify. Always rule of thumb. If it's not on the buoys, it won't show up on the beach. This is Saturday, just off the Outer Banks. Now, we're going to start to zoom in here. Hopefully it won't zoom in too much. There we go. Okay, again, not a lot of fetch between the coast in here to give anything coming back on a back swell in here. Sometimes when these systems lift up to the north because there's such a strong northeast fetch, that's when it's sending that bombing swell all the way down to South Florida, but we don't have that here. Again, the system is heavily weighted on the east side of the system, so this is throwing buckets to the north. Strong southerly flow, pushing water that way and then over towards the Outer Banks. Let me pull this down and we'll advance going into Sunday. Excuse me, it's got to load. All right, so that's actually got up there a little bit way too far than I wanted, but this is just south of Long Island and New England in here, and this is for Sunday. I don't want to go out any further than this, but again, here's where the issues are. This is all westerly flow in here, wrapping up into the system. This is going to throw buckets back towards the mid-Atlantic and then down in here towards the Outer Banks. And then the reason while Florida gets shut back out again, let me zoom back out, and that is because the Outer Banks is going to block whatever northerly swell that's trying to push down into Florida. Can you see that? And then you've got strong offshore winds coming out this way. So whatever surf's coming over the weekend, you better get it, because there may not be any else coming for a while. That's all I got for you for now. Stay tuned for our next update.